Looks like these 2 days, that is Wednesday and Thursday, aren't going to be forgotten in the history of the transfer window of 2023, because yesterday we woke up to a story of United going in for Mason Mount at £50 million. Ten Hag has so much obsession for the player. As if that was not enough, today, Sammy McBell, the same reporter that reported the story of Mason Mount, has told us that Man United have gone ahead to join the race to sign Declan Rice. Welcome to United Matters channel, guys. How are you guys? And where are you watching us from? Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Scott McTominay to Newcastle. Looks like they are going to rejuvenate their interest in Scott McTominay. Remember, in the January transfer window, they launched a 30 million bid to buy Scott McTominay, and United said no. You remember that very well. And lastly, Yann Sommer is being linked to Manchester United. 32-year-old goalkeeper, same age range with David De Gea, and we are here to really bring you all those 3 stories into this one podcast that most of you are really waiting in for. But let's see close to 200 likes smash in this video, and let's rough it roll onto this YouTube channel. Rokan David is my name. Now, Sammy McBall, you know him, he's a chief football reporter for the Daily Mail. He said, Manchester United have joined the race to land Declan Rice. Erik ten Hag wants to bolster his midfield ahead of next season and believes Declan Rice can add steel and energy to his team. A fee of around £100 million would be enough to tempt West Ham into selling Declan Rice. Now, Declan Rice. How do I really rate him? Is he that quality player? No. Is he a player who can add more to Manchester United according to what we have? Yes. Does he improve our midfield? Yes, he does. Can he play next to Casemiro? Yes. Can he find himself in a position of playing alone in the single pivot if at all we want to rest Casemiro or when Casemiro is injured? The answer is yes. So, he ticks the boxes, but I think he's not the best option available on the market. That's it. That's it. To me, I've always said that Ruben Neves, Caicedo, Paulina, he plays as a central defensive midfield for West Ham. Those 3 players are way ahead of Declan Rice. You know, they are way ahead of Declan Rice, and they are not a £100 million player. When you look at Ruben Neves, he's just £45 million. Paulina, at £45 million, you can get him from West Ham. That's it. So, what is the aim of Manchester United to go in for Declan Rice, whose price tag is at £100 million? Because when you look at the players that Erik ten Hag wants, Harry Kane, Spurs want £100 million. Declan Rice, £100 million. That is £200 million. Mason Mount, £50 million. That is £250 million. Kim Min-jae, £50 million. £300 million. Where is that money going to come from? Where is that money going to come in from? Because I understand £100 million is up for grabs. Is up for disposal for Erik ten Hag to spend, and the rest of the money should come in from him selling other players. If I told you look at the players you're going to sell, can we raise £200 million from them? I doubt. Scott McTominay, £30 million. Harry Maguire, 40, that is 70. Sorry about that. Dean Henderson, 30, that is 100. If you're bringing in Mason Mount and Declan Rice, that means you are selling Fred. £30 million for Fred, that is £130 million. Then Eric Bay and Telles, both £10 million, £140 million. Which others can we sell? I think those are the players that we can sell for now to get in £150 million. So, if you are to get in £150 million more, where is the 50 going to come in from? That's it, because that catalogue of players that Ten Hag wants is worth £300 million. Ten Hag has been talking to Sky Sports today, and he was asked about whether he's not worried about the transfer window. He has confirmed us that the board confirmed to him that this summer there will be huge amounts of money to spend. That is Erik ten Hag. So never say never to the Glazers, because right now they're the owners of the club, and it's assumed that today night or tomorrow, Friday, that's when the preferred bidder is going to be announced. Because last summer we had close to 120 million pounds to spend, you know, but when we lost to Brighton and Brentford, they broke the bank. They borrowed some money. They bought Declan Rice at 70 million pounds and Anthony at 85. They added 150 million pounds more to the 46 we bought. To the 46 million pounds we bought Lisandro Martinez. 13 for Malacia, that is 60 million pounds. Then if you add that amounts to close to 210 million pounds. That's what we spent, you know. But that came in after we lost the games, you know, the opening game. So you never say never. You never say never to the Glazers. They can come here and shock us and obviously spend that much. But I would prefer Ruben Neves or Moise Caicedo or Paulinho ahead of Declan Rice. That's it. That's it. I cannot lie to you. I would prefer that. Then Sammy Mcbola told us that West Ham's hopes of a bidding war for captain Declan Rice becoming a reality as Manchester United join the race to land the England international. Indications are that the Hammers' initial valuation of Rice is over 100 million pounds. Now, the bidding war can be really called and put to a happening. Why? Arsenal have done a lot of groundwork to getting Declan Rice to their side. It was announced by David Austin in January that Arsenal have made Declan Rice their priority signing of the summer. Arsenal have put in a lot of work. They've talked Declan Rice entourage. They don't want to really intervene with the season of West Ham. After the finale on 7th June of the Conference League, Declan Rice is going to find himself in a position of talking to Arsenal, and Arsenal will launch their first bid to West Ham. And how far can we really go ahead and really hijack that deal from Arsenal? Why? We've not put ourselves in a position of really knowing the preferred bidder of Manchester United. You know, we don't know how much is up for grabs to spend. And Arsenal are willing to really see this deal done in the first 15 days of June. That is Arsenal for you. And will United have really gone ahead to get the muscle to find themselves in a position of really hijacking this deal? A bidding war to be caused in there for you? I doubt. But the moment these stories have been put out by credible journalists, it really comes to our understanding that there must be a plan. A plan must be there to be executed to bring in Declan Rice at Manchester United. Then lastly, Sammy Mcbola, onto this Declan Rice deal to Manchester United, has told us that Manchester United's interest in Declan Rice and Mason Mount opens up the prospect of the boyhood friends playing in the same team. The prospect of reuniting at the club level is likely to interest the duo. So, Mason Mount and Declan Rice are really boyhood friends, and if at all Mount is coming in to Manchester United, that can really change the mind of Declan Rice to come in at Manchester United. All of us knowing that Luke Shaw is a friend to Declan Rice, and he can also act as an agent and a catalyst for this transfer to be really be put to materialization. That's it. So let's wait and see what is going to come out of that deal of Declan Rice to Manchester United. And there is another deal that can escalate the deal of Declan Rice to Manchester United in any way, however much. Laurie Whitwell has told us that Newcastle are expected to return for Scott McTominay this summer. Even West Ham are interested in signing Scott McTominay. We all know that very well. Now, let's discuss Scott McTominay to West Ham and how we can really boost up this. One, we've seen these deals of these players of Manchester United, especially Harry Maguire and Scott McTominay. For Harry Maguire, a story was put outside there that Tottenham Hotspur is interested in signing Harry Maguire, and if at all they do, they value him at £40 million. That means United just has to offer £60 million to Tottenham Hotspur to find themselves in a position of really getting in the £60 million plus Harry Maguire. You know, that can really act as a catalyst to really speed up this move of Harry Kane to Manchester United and Harry Maguire Tottenham Hotspur. But the big question is, Spurs have not found themselves in a position of really finding their manager and who is responsible for those decisions of really getting in those players and signing them in. That's the big question. For West Ham, they're interested in Scott McTominay and they're looking at him as one of the replacements of Declan Rice. That means if United value Scott McTominay at £30 million and West Ham value Declan Rice at £100 million, £70 million from Manchester United to West Ham and Scott McTominay. That means for two players, Harry Kane and Declan Rice, are going to have to spend £140 million. That's it. So, with the money that United has, they need to add on more £40 million to land Declan Rice and Harry Kane. So, let's talk about Scott McTominay to Newcastle. Newcastle came out and launched a bid of £30 million during the January transfer window to sign Scott McTominay. United said no, because we had very many games to play ahead of us, and it's no doubt that no team across Europe is going to have to play more games than we've done this season. So, that confirms to us that United was not willing to sell Scott McTominay in the winter transfer window. Now, in the summer, are they willing to sell him? I think if we bring in Rabiot on a free, Declan Rice and Mason Mount, even if it's Mount and Sabitzer plus Adrian Rabiot, that means Fred and Declan Rice are going to, Fred and Scott McTominay are going to be sold. And I think those will be good improvements to the club of Manchester United, and I would anyway welcome Declan Rice, Rabiot, Mason Mount at Manchester United as we open the exit door for Scott McTominay and Fred. That's it, because those two players will put, those midfielders can add athleticism into the midfield of United, especially when you are playing huge teams. That's it. So, Scott McTominay is another one that has been put onto the market, and maybe United will really sell him. Though, we had stories coming in from Samuel Lucas that the club look at Scott McTominay as their boyhood club, as their boyhood player, and they wouldn't really sell him. They would like to keep him at the club for some long time. That's what it said. But I think, you see, with Eriksen, Sabitzer, Bruno Fernandes, and Casemiro, he has not been getting enough playing time. Will he get enough playing time if at all we add in 3 more central midfielders? I think that will be a given that he has to be sold and put onto the market. Now, lastly, let's discuss about a story coming in from Bill. It's all about Manchester United being interested in Yann Sommer for some time. They wanted him in the winter. Sommer would fight for the keeper position at United with goalkeeper David De Gea if he's brought in. Yann Sommer, 32 years of age. He was bought by Bayern Munich this season when they really found themselves in a situation when which guy? Manuel Neuer, their first choice keeper, got an injury and they bought in Yann Sommer. Very good goalkeeper, good shot stopper, good ball distributor. That is Yann Sommer for you. And I think he would be a very good addition to the club of Manchester United to come in and compete with David De Gea. To share those matches will be the order of the day, because I don't see a player like Yann Sommer being put to a level, right? Being put to a level of not coming in through and obviously playing games. They'll compete with David De Gea. David De Gea goes in for 3 Premier League games. Yann Sommer comes in for 2. David De Gea goes in for 1 Champions League game. Yann Sommer comes in for the other, because Yann Sommer is a very good ball distributor, and David De Gea has not yet reached that level of being one of the best ball distributors in the world. Rokan David is my name. Your thoughts are welcome in the comment section below on United join race to sign Declan Rice and Scott McTominay to Newcastle or West Ham. What do you make about those two stories? And lastly, would you really see Yann Sommer coming to United and obviously competing with David De Gea, because it said he wants first team football as he prepares for the Euros of 2024, and that is next year. I sign out for now. See you later. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. My Muslim friends, thank you for watching in. Tomorrow it's Juma Karim. Hope you're going to go in and really say those prayers. Ciao, ciao, my mates.